Class is in session. The Brofessor is in. We've got the LA Knight Zombie Boss Battle Midweek Faction Boss. This is the bargain bin. If you haven't seen the top 4 video, make sure you go and check that one out. I'll put a link at the top of the screen and in the description. Make sure you check out my YouTube channel for that one. Also, make sure you check out the merch store while you're there. But if you have seen that one and you're here looking for some other superstars to help you, Bro's got you covered. So first and foremost, red gem damage doing 500%, pyro's doing 900%, silence gems doing 800% more. No generation of trap gems, minus 100 each time you do so. Clusters of trap gems will work. So a 4x3 or a 1x7 work. It's just not the random ones spit out there. Why that matters is because we got a couple of things that we have to contend with as bargain bin users getting carried. Number one is that we need to help with breaking the shield of 150 gems. 150 gems on a gem board with 49 gems on it means more than 3 full boards worth of red gems need to be destroyed. So you're going to have to bring in someone who either is going to do a ton of damage or break a lot of red gems. And in this case, it's going to be both. Someone who can do some red gem damage and help with the shield. The other thing you're going to need to do is if you can bring in a freeze or an unfreeze boss breaker, someone in the focus category down here, then you will also be an asset to your team. In the chaotic category, if you can bring in a neutralize, then that will be take care of this 100% extra gem or 100% move damage increase for the boss. This buff can be removed from your boss breaker. So those two are going to be the most helpful boss breakers for you. The unfreeze in the focus category and the neutralize in the chaotic. Don't forget the defensive has the healing, and that is also really important. All right, so let's get to it. We got 4 different styles that we have to go over. I'm not going to go over everybody in all of these styles because that's everybody with a red gem generation of some sort. I'm just going to put up sort of the best ones that I can find, and if I miss any, throw them in the comments. You know how this goes. It is a rather large list, as it always is. So let's bro. So first on my list of people is going to be someone like the great Kali. So Kali is someone who can, we don't need him to increase. We're just going to make a whole bunch of purples and turn, a whole bunch of silence and then silence into purples. It's not red gems, so that part is not going to help us. We can't make random traps, so that part's not going to help us. So it isn't a very good set of movesets, but a lot of people have Kali up for the purple part and the silence part of boss battles. And so since we do have some silence gem damage, that will help. However, it's not going to help as much as we want it to because it's not doing red gem damage, and that's where it's going to hurt us. Having someone that does a bonus for every silence gem could be helpful. So making a whole bunch into silence, getting bonus gems for that, and being able to refill. Dexter is someone who can do all of those things, and as a free-to-play option is not a bad option for some people. Again, red gem generation being his biggest issue. I don't like it so much, but Hall of Fame Nash with gears. So having your color moves start with more MP gives you more options for this, but it's not actually all that necessary. He will make a bunch of silence gems. He will turn the entire board into silence gems, but the issue then is destroying them, and that's where you need the other green snake eyes, because that's going to turn 20 of them into green gems, so it will reload itself. You can also put down these traps. This 1x7 will work, so be able to put traps on the board. So you have some options, but again, we have somebody who has a choose move to choose red, but it's only 7, and so it's not a lot of red gem damage. It's something. Sometimes that's better than nothing. Another one on the list, he had made it into the top 4 video as a sneaky pick. I really do like Sheamus for this boss battle. Sheamus himself has multiply gems. He has the ability to make a whole bunch of them into red gems, so you have to love that ability right there. So Sheamus is going to be sneaky good for this boss battle, so definitely try to take him if you got him with his ability right there. Next on our list, as we keep on going and we keep on trucking, is going to be someone like, oh, too far, Nighthart. Not sure how high your Nighthart is, but Powerhouse Nighthart if we take a look at his moves. He does have a choose to make red. It's not a ton. He does make blast gems and a lot of blast gems, so you can get a Titan plate on him. He does have this right here, right, which is going to increase your red gem damage and make random gems into multiplies. And so this is why he's going to be sneaky good in that sense, is he's going to have this and blast gem, so you'll be able to blow up the board. Because it's red and green, you'll be able to use someone like a Roxanne to get his moves loaded just a little bit quicker. Titan plate eligible, so we like the Nighthart as an option there. In our list of other people that could be good, I'm not saying it's going to be good. I am saying that everybody has him. So Rosie might not be the best, but he is going to make the trap gems. He's going to make a 1x5. It's going to deal some more damage. Trap gems turn into red gems. The problem is you're just not making a ton of traps, and that's why you need the sub. So the sub, the leg drop, make all of these into red gems. Reloading is actually probably going to be your biggest issue because you can't use the swinging side slam. So it's going to be difficult to make purple gems to reload. Didn't say he was good. I did say he was in the bargain bin. Next on our list of people, several people commented that Tongaloa would be someone good to use, and with purple gems doing more damage, his gear doesn't really help us. If you did get the moment, pyro gems, increase multiply gems, that will help us. Without the trap gem stuff, also not really going to help us. He does have, where is it? Pyros. You're going to make a whole bunch of pyro gems, but nothing else he does is really that spectacular for us. He is going to make a bunch of silence gems and destroy them, but we're not making any red gems, and he's not doing anything to get some extra damage anywhere. So he's in the bin because people said I was self-censoring people when I decided that he was not really that good for all intents and purposes. The same with Goldberg, who I also think would not be a very good, but people like to say these sorts of things. Protect gems. This turns into power gems. These turn black gems. Choose 8 to destroy. 10 protect gems into red gems. There's nothing really here that's good for Goldberg. So I put him in there so the haters can stop hating. But no, I wouldn't use Goldberg. That's why he's at the bottom of the bargain bin. Like at the very bottom, like you have to like really search the bottom of the bin. That's where you're going to find him. Retro Roman is also in the bargain bin here. He's going to make a whole bunch of cross break gems with the pyro move here. Damage per cross break isn't going to help, but you can increase your red move damage. That doesn't really help us either, but you can make red gems and increase all of your gem damage by 57%. So it's something, but you are unable to then make a ton of red gems with anything that he does. So there's that. So we're not making a ton of red gems, but he is somebody that can do something. Just giving you all options. Bret Hart, the best there ever will be, makes his way into here, not for this moveset, but for the ability to make submission is going to turn into snowfall reds with the sharpshooter. The bonus for submission for the snowfalls isn't going to help us. So he's going to make that. So I would put the submission in to go along with the arm drag to increase your black MP, and then you can hit this finisher, increase your gem damage, destroy the top row, make sure all that goes below it turns into red. So Bret Hart will be actually pretty good for breaking the shield, if that's what you want to use him for, and to do a little bit of red gem damage. So there's that. Last but not least in our focus category today is going to be Cowboy Bob Orton. So Cowboy Bob, wrong button. Cowboy Bob, it would not be this moveset. It would be the moveset over here. Juggernaut gems. So you want to use the Juggernaut gems to make botch gems into red gems. Increase your red gem damage by 100% with the fake break forearm. And last but not least, where was the last one? This increases your blue MP. So it's this one and it's this one. And then it's, it's this one. It's the botch gems. You need the sub to make all the botch gems that you're then going to destroy and make red. So sub, double blue with the Juggernauts. So that is going to be our focus category. Make sure you do put on that boss breaker, the unfreeze. Make sure you got it up to level 10 if you do not. So who do we have in this category right here? So the first, and it doesn't matter, the order is not important. These are just the order they are in my list. So we got Ali, we got the GOAT. He has pretty much the 40 silence gems, almost the entire board. Hit the finisher, get the bonus for the silence gems, use the blue move to create it all over again. So you can go back to back to back with that, but you're not helping with the shield or much of anything else. But that is one that you can use. You cannot, let's see. This is not a very good option, but a lot of people have him up at gold. If you had to use him, you could use the sub moveset instead, which will turn everything into blast gems. You can use the 4x3 into red gems, and then you can make more blast gems. So there is a blast purple option that you can use because you can't use his trap gems this time around. It's not great, but it's something. Speaking of something, another free-to-play option for my free-to-play friends is the free-to-play Brutus Creed, who has, I believe it's 500% all color gem damage if you got his gear sitting over there. This column's into blue. Choose to make red. It's not a lot. You have another 1x5 to make red. And then the countdown gems, it just gains purple MP. So it's not really that good. I mean, you can make some red gems. This one will make column breaks. So at least you can blow up the board afterwards. None of it's great. I didn't say he was great. So that's the Brutus Creed. The other one we like to think about might actually be the Julius of Creeds, or Lucius. Shout out Daviest of D's. So if you got yourself this Lucius Creed, multiply strength is going to go up for him. And then you can't put the traps down. So this trap move will not work. We don't really need purples or the traps there. We would like to use this multiply move if possible with him. He does have this with the pyro. So that's really what we're going for, right? So we want to create as many pyros as we can, get the extra big beefy pyro gem damage for him. Wow, bro, we're slipping. You get the idea. Next on my list is going to be A-Town Down. He's not very good. Another person that I apparently am self-censoring about, but does make silence gems and break a whole bunch of them. They come after the sub, or you can use a 6x6 to create all of those silence gems, but nothing else really amazing for us. So we are not going to look at him anymore. We're going to get out of that one. Replace. And last but not least, for this category of people, we do have Julius. We went over Julius. Bro, you are totally slipping. It wasn't Julius. Bro is slipping. The last one is Tama Leon. So Tama does not have any gear. That is Tongaloa who has gear. We do have pyro gem damage, multiply gem strength going up with the moment if you ended up getting that. So it's not that move set right there, but it is this move set right here where you are going to make a whole bunch of silence gems, increase all your move damage. Isn't going to help us so much, but it is these two, the double arm, and you would actually put these three together. The Samoa drop to reload, but getting that extra damage per silence gem, and then making silence gems with your Juggernaut gem move. So And I think that's our aggressive category. So put on your chaotic category, put on your boss breaker. Those are words. They all go together. All right. In this category, no one is super amazing, although you do have to mention it in the aggressive category every time because they do have a beefy Silence Gem faction boss buff that can be used in this for Jimmy. So Jimmy seems to be always there. So choose a 5x5, swap them into green, turn some of them into X breaks, and you can destroy the whole board with him. You can make some into multiply gems if you want to, but again, Silence Gem is basically all you're using him for. Not the best in this category, but he always deserves an honorable mention, as he always does. So, if you saw the other video, you know there's a lot of really interesting characters to use here. One of them is going to be the Muscle Man, who's going to make 49 into red gems, make multiply gems, and then make black gems as well. So easy moveset to reload over and over again. Really good to help with the boss shield. So that is one. I already went over him. And we have other people that we can use. Master of the Claymore, Drew. Let's click on to Drew. So for Drew, you're going to have bonus for every pyro. You're only going to make 7 pyros at a time. You're going to swap those pyros into green. It's going to turn everything on the board red. So he's going to be very good for your shield purposes. He's going to be very good in terms of making some extra damage for the pyros. Again, there's only 7 of them he's making, but that's better than nothing. Everything else will not help us except for you. So you can decide to go in a different direction if you wanted to, and that might be my recommendation because the pyro move doesn't do a lot, but this one to get more green gem damage I think would be the way to go with him. And he does have moments that we can use. So pyro gems get 300%, which is why I recommended it first with that. And pyros do 200 more here. So he's going to be able to, if you go triple red, do a lot of damage. But if you just want to go straight red gem damage, you can do the other moveset. Getting your green move back to reloading is the issue, of course. Next on our list, let's go this way. This might be the fastest way to do so. If we wanted someone from this category, we would want someone who looks like... How did I miss him? He was here. He's right there. All right. Went up, went down. We found him. The Retro. Kevin Owens' greatest hits. This is where you're going to turn random gems into red gems. You can use the pop-up power bomb, but you're going to use this one to make the bottom 5 rows and then increase your red gem damage. So something like this and this with the finisher, or you can use snowfall gems. That's also true too. You can do something like that. So snowfall gems, choose 7 to make into yellow. So you can go triple red or you can use the finisher. Entirely up to you. Throw on some good gem damage with the bracers plate, I believe would be the one that we're looking for. So that would also work. Next on our list, where is he? Right there. If you got Butch is also a good one for the bargain bin as well. He is going to make 34 random into countdown gems that will make black gems, but that doesn't really matter as long as you go... I mean, I don't think you would use the triple red. I would actually just use the 2 red moves where you create 34 countdowns, then turn all the countdowns into red. The bonus damage isn't going to do that much damage. It's just a waste of your time. I would just piggyback both of those together. Replace. Next on the list, a very good pick for this one is actually going to be Stone Cold, and I debated putting him in the top 4. I think I might have put him in that top 4 or 5 video as a really good pick, but somebody who makes red gems, makes a whole bunch of blast gems, destroys those blast gems as red, and gives you extra red gem damage. So, yippee for Stone Cold. Next, if we flip this around and go from this way, we are looking for you, Zombie Bret. So Zombie Bret's an interesting one too, because his countdowns are going to make a whole bunch of red gems. So that's a good one to do. You can also do the Leech version, which also turns a whole bunch of Leech into red gems. So that one's possible. He also has this, which turns into reinforced gems. He's got 99 MP if you've already got him. So that's going to be helpful. That decreases your juggernauts if you want to use that moveset. So he has and then the choose black move. So this move, the choose black move, and the reinforce might be the way to go. So Bret Hart, someone you can use. Next, this aggressive category is the stacked category this time around. Monster, Bomb, Brawn, Strowman going triple red. No, we're not going to go triple red. The sub to blast gems. We're not going up against an acrobat. It would be you. It would be you, increasing the damage of all of our gems. And then the sub making everything into blast gems, blowing up the board. So Monster Brawn, love it. Don't love the character design, but I guess beggars can't be choosers in that case. Brawn, like the other Brawn. The other Brawn does make multiply gems. He is, of course, the other side of things. He does have a choose move, and I think that's why I've put him here. You can choose, and you can put them onto multiplies, but no. In all other cases, I would take him except for this boss battle. That is for sure. Ali, Boombaye. So Muhammad Ali, multiply gems, and multiply gems. This increases the damage of all of your gems by 20%, so you can increase all of your gems and make a 5x5 with the shuffle. So you really could do a triple red, or you can do a red with black and put some multiplies down. So something else to consider for him. Oh my gosh, this class just keeps going forever. This just goes forever. Let's bro to this. The next one on the list is Sammy the Champ. No, I did not want to go. Did not want to do that. I wanted to click on Sammy the Champ. So Sammy the Champ is looking like using this type of a moveset right here. Top row into multiply, make 40 into red gem, another 40 into snowfall. That's going to make red broken below them. And then you're going to swap a 7x2 into red gems across the top. And then you got multis and reds broken below it. Sammy's actually a really good shout out right here. Next on our list. There is one more that I wanted to highlight that you could use in this one right here. Here we go. The last one is going to be doing like a triple black moveset with Rey Mysterio. It doesn't make a lot of red gems. It does make some blasts, some multiplies. So you'll be able to at least hit on a few things and make some damage, especially if you have yourself his gear, but he just doesn't have a ton of things to use. So that is Rey. There's actually another one that we got to look at before I forget. And that is, there he is, Tatanka, or Tatanka, to shout out T-Unit. Tatanka is going to make multiplies with the countdown move, turn all those multiplies into red, and then you can use the power slam to reload it. So Tatanka is good, and for honorable mention, we will actually go to that right there. A Powerhouse Hogan. Just shout out to Cesaro, who's made him excellent. Randoms into reds, reds into multiplies, destroy 6 random red gems. Pin bar will not move. So you can also put in his increased bonus gem damage, which would also be helpful. So a few A few ways that you can run him. He's got lots of moments. If you got them, he's got gear. So Hogan's another interesting thing that you can use right there. And last but not least, we're going to head into the defensive category. So defensively, you can use someone like a Hall of Fame Yokozuna, which I don't necessarily recommend, but with both gears you make 18 more random silence gems, and then bonus damage very low, but at least it's something per silence gem. So Hall of Fame Yoko is available and at play here. Next on this one is going to be the newly minted Zombie LA. We have a boss versus themselves type of battle that you can use. And for this, you wouldn't use any of those. You would use, where is it? This one here, bottom row into pyros. And then you would choose a 1 to 7x1 to make into red gems. Bonus damage for every red gem, which is pretty high. So then choosing into red, you'd use these three together. The ZDT, the Infected Face Basher, the Graveyard Smash, and try to boost up that red gem damage per red gem. So he's someone that you can use. I am going to self-select because I'm getting tired of that right there. A few people I'm not going to mention. Y'all can put in the... there he is. Solo Sequa. Shadow Davey D. So Bloodline moment is definitely going to help with more damage. He's going to make 40 into pyro gems. He's going to choose to make the submission. That's not what we want. The yellow 36 into reinforce. We don't want the heal gems. 49 into purple. So it would be this one here. Choose 2 rows to destroy, so you get the pyro damage. I think it actually is the moveset, or I use the 49 purple. Anyways, not the greatest, but it is somebody that has, pyro gems. I don't personally like it, but you get the idea. It's not going to be the best. Very few of them are. If I were the last person, who would I be? Z Gunther. For everybody who's getting them free this month, Z Gunther, also with the moment, bonus damage for every silence gems. Make all the silence gems into purple, so you can run a triple purple move set with him. And last but not least in this category is The Miz. The Miz with his moment. So half Nelson Slam, so you can make multiplies, and then you could make red gems from this countdown sit down jawbreaker. Multiplies turn into yellow, which does not help us. This also makes more multiply gems at the end of it and turn everything into red. So the Miz is somebody else that you can use for this boss battle.